Hello Form 1s. Today is Tuesday, the 31st of March, 2020. In this video, we're going to continue on Unit 5 Vocabulary. Last time, we stopped at item 10 at the end of part 1, so you may take out your vocabulary notes and turn to page 2 of your vocabulary notes. So I will continue with item 11. Maybe you should now, as usual, how about I will continue to talk about the vocabulary items until item 26 in this video lesson. So there are altogether 16 vocabulary items, but you see that there is no meaning in words, but I have given you pictures because I think it's a better way to show the meaning of the words. So there are 16 vocabulary items, and maybe you can spend around 3 minutes to, as usual, work out the parts of speech of the word by looking at its spelling and the example sentence, and think about the meaning to work out the parts of speech, and look at the IPA to work out the pitch pattern, that is the high and low of the sound levels of the vocabulary items. So around 3 minutes now. Okay, let's start with item 11. In many fast food restaurants, blah 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 means hamburger. So and then this thing, and then of course from the picture you can tell it's noun, and it's a countable noun, hamburger. So and then the stress pattern and the pitch pattern is the stress syllable falls on the first syllable here, and then the second syllable b, and then g. The third syllable you see full stops. So da da da. Okay, and I think in this section, in part 2, most vocabulary items, I think maybe all, are nouns, but maybe you need to think about if it is a countable noun or an uncountable noun. So we'll talk about this as we continue. So talking about, going back to item 11, the meaning. So it's this thing. If you still don't understand, then, oh, by the way, in the quiz, I think I may take away the picture so that we can focus on working out the meaning from reading English. Yeah. So otherwise, I don't have to really give you the sample sentences, right? So don't rely too much on the picture. You should focus more on the example. Now, in many fast food restaurants, such as McDonald's, a meal usually means what? It's a hamburger. It's this thing, some fries, and a cup of soft drink. For example, Coke. So it's easy to understand. Let's practice reading together. Hamburger. In many fast food restaurants, a meal usually means a hamburger, some fries, and a cup of soft drink. Okay, sorry, I have forgotten to say that pay attention to the pitch pattern. It is da da da, hamburger, not hamburger. If you say hamburger, it is very Hong Kongese, and so the pitch pattern is wrong. It's not the da da. Okay, the stress, the pitch, for the first syllable it should be high. Okay, not low. If you say hamburger, the da da, it's wrong. Okay, it should be da da da. Yeah. So reading the IPA will help you read words better, and when you hear some people say a word differently that is not the same from your way of how to pronounce it, then you can check the dictionary and read the IPA, and then this is very good. Yeah. So continue. Item 12. This one have this thing, so it's a noun and it's countable because of the and then pitch pattern, so stressed syllable falling on the first syllable, so it's da da. The second syllable is unstressed and has a lower pitch. So this thing is called sausage. And how do you get the meaning? So some people like to have a sausage and 2 eggs for breakfast, and then we call them a 100-mark breakfast because the sausages are like a long thin shape, and then the eggs are in a round shape, so it's 1 is the sausage, and then the 2 eggs are the 0 and 0, so 100-mark breakfast. Yeah, so I hope that this can help you remember the vocabulary item. So let's practice reading. Sausage. Some people like to have a sausage and 2 eggs for breakfast. Do you like this 100-mark breakfast? Alright, and talking about the IPA, we have the J sound. You can find this from the consonants table. The J is here. It's the first part of the word job, the J sound. Okay, is a voiced sound, so you have to do this. Okay, we practiced in the previous video lesson. The voiceless sound of j is ch, so they are different. It's the ch sound. This one is the j sound. Okay, they make a pair. It's just like the s and the z pair. Same way of pronunciation, of making the sound. Okay, almost same way, except you have to add your voice. So j, okay, not ch. Sausage, yeah, and the vowel is the short a. In the vowels table is the a, not a. Okay, if you say sausage, so it's very Hong Kongese. We say sausage, yeah. Continue. Item 13. Have bacon, have this thing. Okay, no no s, is an uncountable noun. And stress pattern, the stress syllable is on the first syllable, so the first syllable will have a higher pitch. You should use da, not da. The second syllable is unstressed, so it has a lower pitch, da, da. Okay, bacon. Club sandwiches that have bacon taste much better than the ones that are made with ham. So I'm not sure if you have tried club sandwiches before. So some club sandwiches have bacon and some have ham. So ham is more common. It's everywhere. But if you really want to have a very tasty club sandwich, you should find the ones that have bacon. Yeah, so you can look at the picture and think about it's something like ham, but more salty. It has more salt in it and more fat, I think. And what else? Pay attention to the pronunciation. The IPA tells you in the second syllable, the vowel sound is the sound. Again, okay, the first part of the word here, so it's bacon, C-O-N, can, not corn. If you say bacon, you are affected by the spelling, so please don't do it and read better. We say bacon. Let's practice reading together. Bacon. Club sandwiches that have bacon taste much better than the ones that are made with ham. Going on to item 14. This thing, although this thing is, okay, uncountable noun. No and then the verb is. That means it is it. And then you see 3 syllables. Syllable 1, unstressed, lower pitch. Syllable 2 with the stress mark in front of it, higher pitch. Stressed syllable. And then syllable 3 is unstressed. It's a full stop in front of it. So the da. This thing is something like noodles. Yeah. So it's from Italy, and but only 25% of Italians eat it every day. I searched on the internet and found this out. I thought maybe the Italian people all eat this kind of food every day. Yeah, only 25%. Wow. Okay, again, I hope it helps you remember the vocabulary item. Let's practice reading. Spaghetti. Although spaghetti is a kind of food from Italy, only 25% of Italians eat it every day. Okay, in the IPA, the first syllable is sp. It's the sound again. This sound is very common in unstressed syllable. That means syllables with a lower pitch. Yeah, very common. if you are affected by the spelling, some Hong Kong people say spaghetti, the spag. You change the vowel sound to the same as the second syllable, the e sound. The e sound. No, it's not spaghetti, it's spaghetti, okay? So you can practice reading more. Continue. Item 15. This item with an S, okay? So it's a countable noun. The first syllable is, there are 3 syllables. The first syllable is stressed with a higher pitch. Second syllable, unstressed with a lower pitch. Third syllable, unstressed with a lower pitch. Da, da, da. Okay, pay attention that in the IPA, it only shows 3 syllables, not 4. Some Hong Kong people like making 4 syllables. I haven't really checked a better dictionary, but I think it's not a good kind of pronunciation. Let's stick to the IPA that is given to you. Maybe it is correct, but I'm not using the 4 syllables pronunciation if it is correct. Yeah, I don't. It may be too much if I say it's wrong, but let's stick to the IPA. A good pronunciation here, the pronunciation that is given here is vegetable. The first syllable is veg, ending with the J sound, the J sound. Here, we talked about it just earlier. So some people like adding the sound, sound here. The first part of the word again, the sound after the j. So then it will make it 1 more syllable, and there will be 4 syllables. Veg is wrong, okay? Not veg. Here is only veg. Veg and veg are different. Okay, so only 1 syllable. So vegetable, not vegetable. If you say vegetable, I think it's a little bit Hong Kongese as well. So let's practice reading. Before that, maybe I should explain a little bit. Many children think that vegetables taste bad. I'm not sure if you think that vegetables taste bad. Do they? Okay, and don't like to eat them. Okay, children. Okay. However, when they grow older, that means when their age is higher. Like for example, now you are 12 years old. When you are maybe 18 years old, when you grow older, okay, more than 12 years old, later, yeah, at a later age, this will often change. Actually, I'm talking about I myself and a few of my friends. We didn't like eating vegetables when we were young, but we thought that they taste bad. But then, and we didn't like to eat them when we were young. But now we are very healthy and we do eat lots of vegetables, yeah, and actually they don't really taste too bad. It's okay, yeah. So helps you to remember the meaning. I hope you also eat more vegetables as well. So let's practice reading. Vegetable. Many children think that vegetables taste bad and don't like to eat them. However, when they grow older, this will often change. Continue. Item 16. Because this can be eaten raw, so no s, no it's an uncountable noun. The first syllable is stressed, that has a higher pitch, a higher sound level. And the second syllable is unstressed, with a lower pitch, so a lower sound level. Da da. So, because lettuce can be eaten raw, so raw, that means not cooked. So most food items are raw before cooking. Some of them you can eat them without cooking, so you can eat them raw. Some other food items cannot be eaten raw, so they have to be cooked before you can eat them. So Lettuce can be eaten raw, and because of this, what you don't have to do, you don't have to cook it, yeah? And then you can just put it in sandwiches after washing and cutting it. So in a lot of sandwiches, there will be lettuce, right? So this kind of vegetable. Okay, let's practice reading. Lettuce. Because lettuce can be eaten raw, you don't have to cook it. You can just put it in sandwiches after washing and cutting it. Okay, the second syllable is the, it has the I sound, the short I here, the I sound. So it's not a sound. So some people say lettuce. Okay, I think lettuce is better, the I sound rather than the sound. I'm not saying that the sound is wrong. It's an unstressed syllable. It's very common. I think if I check a better dictionary, it will give this IPA as well. But let's stick to the one that I have given to you here in the vocabulary notes. Yeah. Continue. Item 17. Some and then with an S. So it's a countable noun. Stress syllable falling on the first syllable, there are altogether 2 syllables. Okay, the first one is stressed, so it has a higher pitch, da, and then the second syllable is unstressed, so lower pitch, da. Da. Okay, mushroom. So, example, some colorful mushrooms that you see in the countryside are not edible. So some mushrooms can be colorful, especially in cartoons, yeah, or stories. What will happen in these stories? So usually if you find them in the countryside, that means not in the city, but in a place where there are lots of trees, the countryside, yeah. You go there for picnic, and so what happened to these mushrooms? They are not edible. You cannot eat them. They cannot be eaten. So what happened if you eat them? If you pick the mushrooms in the countryside, especially the colorful ones, they will make you sick because they are poisonous. So poisonous is an adjective ending in OUS. That means it has poison in it. That means you'll get sick or even die after eating it. Poison, yeah? Poisonous. Okay, let's practice reading. Mushroom. Some colorful mushrooms that you see in the countryside are not edible. They will make you sick because they are poisonous. Alright, moving on to item 18. Some people think that this, so no S, no and the verb is an is. That means it is it. So uncountable noun. Okay, how many syllables? 1, 2, 3. So 3 syllables. The first one is stressed with a higher pitch. Second syllable, unstressed with a lower pitch. Third syllable, the same, lower pitch, unstressed. So da. Okay, examples. Example. Some people think that cucumber is good for their skin, so they leave it on their face overnight when sleeping. So I'm not sure if your mum or your sisters, or maybe not an S, your sister or sisters, okay, do this. Okay, put the cucumber on their face and then sleep, or maybe even on their eyes and then sleep. Yeah. So they think that it's good for their skin, keep their skin white for the ladies. Yeah. So this is one kind of maybe one of the things that this food item can do. Make the skin better. Okay, I have not checked. I don't know, and although I am not white, my skin isn't white. You don't have to give me cucumber. Okay, I'm not interested, but I'm just putting in a more funny example to kind of help you remember it, so that you see, oh, some people think that beep. Okay, you remember it's cucumber. You remember the skin. The skin is your whole body is covered by with your skin. Yeah. Okay, and don't think. Okay, for the IPA, pay attention. The stress pattern or the pitch pattern is da da da, cucumber. Okay, if you say cucumber, the da is wrong. Okay, this is what I hear in Hong Kong. A lot of people say cucumber, so it's wrong. Okay, I'm very sure it's wrong. So please say cucumber. Okay, let's practice reading. Cucumber. Some people think that cucumber is good for their skin. They leave it on their face overnight when sleeping. Continue. 19. The smell of this. So no S, no It is an uncountable noun. Okay. Let me just show. Okay, for these two vocabulary items, I mean starting from item 18, you see that there is an arrow here. Okay, pointing to a part of the picture, an arrow. So actually it's because before cutting it is countable, so you can have one cucumber is the long thing before cutting it. What happened to my computer? Let me just go back, sorry. Okay, here. Okay, it's a long thing, so before cutting it is countable. You can have one cucumber and two cucumbers. Okay, so before cutting you can have one onion and two onions. Fine, but once you cut it, it's difficult to count. It's not easy for you to count 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. Okay, because it's the smaller parts. So it will become uncountable. That's why I put an arrow to it. So before cutting, countable. After cutting, uncountable. So it makes a pair of countable and uncountable nouns. So I'm starting to talk about more of the grammar item or the grammatical idea here. So yeah, let's talk more about that in the grammar video lessons. Okay, so that's why it has the arrow. Yeah. So IPA. 2 syllables, the first one is stressed, that has a higher pitch. Second syllable is unstressed, so da. So pay attention, there are only 2 syllables, not 3 syllables. Some people in Hong Kong say an li yan, so there is no e, no syllable after. They put an extra syllable after the n sound. Okay, no. You see a J in the IPA. If you read the table, the consonants table, it is just a Y sound. Okay, it's a little bit special, but I don't want to explain too much. The J in IPA, the writing, the symbol, it means a Y sound, the yes sound, the yes, the first part of the word. Yeah, so onion. Okay, the second syllable is yin, and then you put them together, onion, onion. Onion. Okay, so if you say onion, then you put an extra syllable and it's wrong. Okay, onion. So example, not everyone likes the strong smell of onion, so it has a strong smell, right? When it is raw, okay, when it is not cooked before cooking. So some people, I think one of the teachers in our school, she likes onion after cooking. She can eat it, but before cooking, for example in salads, she doesn't like it. Yeah, I tried to give her some earlier, and then it was disastrous. It was a bad ending. Yeah, okay, so it's also what makes you cry when it is chopped, when it is cut. Okay, when you cut it, when you cut onion, it'll make you cry, yeah. Why? Because of the strong smell. There's something in onion, in raw onion, okay? Special about onion, hope it helps you remember it. So let's practice. Onion. Not everyone likes the strong smell of onion when it is raw. It's also what makes you cry when it is chopped. Next one. Smells of this. After a preposition, we put a noun, of course, and then no s, no is an uncountable noun. Stress pattern, and the pitch pattern is again the same. The stressed syllable is on the first syllable. The second syllable is unstressed. It has a lower pitch. Da. Okay. What did you eat at lunch? Your breath smells of garlic. Okay. So if you eat a dish with garlic at lunch, for example, fried spaghetti with garlic, then and if you don't drink enough water, or you don't have enough drinks, then when you start talking, some people can tell that your breath, oh, it smells of garlic, and they don't like it. Okay, not everyone likes that smell. Okay, I myself like it, but I will try to control the breath coming out of my mouth after lunch. Yeah, so anything else? No. Okay, practice reading together. Garlic. What did you eat at lunch? Your breath smells of garlic. Next one. Add a little this thing to it. So a little and then uncountable now. If it is countable, there should be an s, and then we should use a few, not a little. It is one of the grammar items in this unit. Uncountable now. Stress pattern is the same. Da. I think you should be very good at this now if you follow. Okay, I think I have an arrow as well. Okay, again, before cutting you can count 1 chili, 2 chilies. After cutting, it is you cannot count because it is not easy to count. So if you like your food hot and spicy, so for hot and spicy food, hot is not meaning cold. It's not the opposite of cold here. No, it means hot and spicy has this a very similar meaning here. It's a kind of food. If a kind of food is hot and spicy, after eating it, some people may do this very hot and spicy, and then they need to drink a lot of water because they cannot eat too much hot and spicy food. Okay, so if you like it, you can add a little chili to it, to the food, if you like it. Yeah, let's practice reading. Chili. If you like your food hot and spicy, you can add a little chili to it. Continue. Item 22. Okay, this one, this is a good dip. So, oops, I should not highlight this. This is a good dip. So you talking about, okay, let me show. Okay, it has an arrow here, this part of dish only. So it's a dip, a kind of dip. So you see some fries, so you dip the fries into it. Okay, It's a verb. Dip can be a verb. You dip it inside. It's also a noun. It is a dip, a kind of dip. Okay, so it's an uncountable noun. It is, no s, and the verb is and is. And then IPA, pitch pattern, is da da, not da da. Don't say ketchup. Ketchup is very Cantonese. We say ketchup, da da. You see the ch sound in the word ketchup. The ch sound is unvoiced. So to the Americans, that means people in the USA, the United States of America. To the Americans, ketchup is a good dip that goes well with fries. I'm not sure if you like it, but most of the Americans do. Okay, let's practice reading. Ketchup. To the Americans, ketchup is a good dip that goes well with fries. Next one. So this one is you see, okay, talking about the part of speech first. Into this, so no s, is an uncountable noun. You should be very familiar with it now. There's an arrow, is about this. The IPA, there are two syllables, and the second one is stressed and has a higher pitch. That's for sure. How about the first syllable? You see something like a stress mark, but the main stress mark is we put it above, okay, not below. So this one is down here. So it's not the main stress mark, but it's a lower stress mark. Usually the stress mark is talking about whether it is stressed or not. So if you see a stress mark, it has to be stressed. But why do we put it down? It's because it has a lower pitch, not higher pitch. The pitch pattern has to be lower. So when you were working on this, I'm not sure if you thought of this. If you just ignore it and don't do anything special, you will be fine. Just the da, okay? But it has to be stressed. Stress doesn't mean a higher pitch. Stress means the bung bung bung. You have to give it a beat, yeah. So I don't want to explain too much. When we talk about the high and the low of the sound levels, the pitch pattern, this one means nothing. It is lower, yeah. Okay, so just ignore it when you think about dada. Okay, soy sauce. So what is it? It's something. It's a dip for sushi. Yeah, Polly doesn't like to dip sushi into soy sauce because it makes the taste too strong. Some people don't like it. It's too salty. Too much salt in it. Okay, the taste is too strong. They want to have the sushi taste and the sashimi taste. Yeah, without soy sauce. And the rice may fall apart. That means usually sushi, are in pieces, right? But if you dip it inside, and if the sushi is not made very well, then it will fall apart, and then making it difficult or not easy for you to eat the sushi. So that's why Polly doesn't like it. She likes sushi but doesn't like the soy sauce. Okay, it may also drip. So when you have too much soy sauce and it comes down, when you try to put it in the mouth, and then in the middle, the soy sauce drops or drips. Okay, when it drips, okay, it stain your clothes, make it dirty, and leave a mark, a color mark on your clothes. And then I'm not sure if your mom will scold you if you stain your clothes. Okay, so helps you remember the meaning. Okay, let's practice reading. Soy sauce. Polly doesn't like to dip sushi into soy sauce. because it makes the taste too strong and the rice may fall apart. It may also drip and stain her clothes. Okay, remember, don't say da da soy sauce. This is very Hong Kongese. It's soy sauce. Da da from the IPA. Next one. Okay, add lots of this, no s, and then instead of an we have lots of here, so it's an uncountable. It's an uncountable noun. And then da. I hope you are following the IPA well. You should be able to work this out quite easily if you keep practicing 24 times. Yeah. Okay, Alex doesn't like to drink coffee. When he drinks one, it means he's sleepy. So if you drink coffee, some people will not fall asleep and then stay up. Yeah. So it means he's sleepy, and he'll add lots of sugar to it. So because he doesn't like to drink coffee. Okay. Why? To make it sweeter. He doesn't like the taste of coffee. It's not sweet, so you have to add lots of sugar to it, and then it becomes easier for him to drink the coffee. Yeah. Okay. And from the IPA, the first sound is the sh sound. Here, the sh sound is unvoiced. The first part of the word show, sh. Okay, sugar, not sugar. It's not an S sound, but an SH sound. So some people in Hong Kong say sugar. No, not sugar. Sugar. Okay, so let's practice reading. Sugar. Alex doesn't like to drink coffee. When he drinks one, it means he's sleepy. And he'll add lots of sugar to it so that it's sweeter and easier for him to drink. Moving on to item 25. Take a look at the picture first. Is this thing using to make the sushi rice. I'm not sure if you can tell it is sushi from the picture. I tried to find a better picture already, but it's very difficult to find for this kind of item, because it just shows that it is in a bottle and then you're not sure what is in the bottle. So I tried to use sushi to help you remember it. So sushi, this one, for your information, it is called seaweed. It's on the outside of sushi. We put it outside sushi. Seaweed, so you can tell from the picture. It's not one of the vocabulary items that we have to learn, but good to know this. Yeah. And then we have cucumber as well on the top right hand corner of the picture. Cucumber is, of course, it's one of the vocabulary items that I have chosen, so you have to know it. Okay, cucumber is quite common in sushi, right? So the picture is it's very difficult to find. Yeah, a picture like this. And this thing is used to make sushi rice. So you add it in. Yeah. Other than cooking, this is often used in cleaning too. So now the example here is not about sushi, because I don't know why I didn't put in sushi, but let's not talk about it. Because I want to talk about the taste. It's sour. Vinegar is sour. It's something watery, but sour. The taste is sour. Why is it sour? This is because of the acid in it. Acid, if you has a sour taste, and it can also clean things because it is quite strong. It is sour. The acid in it. So used in cleaning. I'm not sure if you try to use vinegar in cleaning. For example, your clothes. If your clothes have a stain, then you may try to use vinegar to remove the stain. or you can also use it in washing dishes after eating. If it has some stain on it, the dishes after eating. So so sour. So sushi rice also tastes a little bit sour as well. Yeah. Okay. So it is often used no s, and the verb is an is. So it's an uncountable noun. You should be very good at this now, and the IPA as well. You should be very good at this as well. Vinegar. So let's practice reading. Vinegar. Other than cooking, vinegar is often used in cleaning too. This is because of the acid in it, which is why it tastes sour too. Continue. Last item in this part. Item 26. Okay, with this, no s, so it's an uncountable noun. 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. The first one is stressed, so, and then just ignore the lower stress mark. So for the pitch, so it's da. Salad dressing. So okay, show you the arrow. This one. Fried food often comes with salad dressing, which makes it even more fatty. So fried food, makes you fat, right? It is a kind of fatty food. Fried food, for example, fries and fried chicken, foods you find in the McDonald's and KFC. Fried food often comes with salad dressing, right? Okay, makes it even more fatty. Salad dressing itself is also very fatty. Okay, but I don't know why, they put them together most of the time. Okay, so you also use it in salads, of course, salad dressing. Okay, let's practice reading. So, salad dressing. Fried food often comes with salad dressing, which makes it even more fatty. Alright, that's items 11, I think, to 26. Yeah, 11 to 26. Sorry, we have 16 items in this part, but there is no meaning in words, so that's why I put in 16 items in this part, and they are quite basic vocabulary items, even vegetables. Yeah, so you really have to know. I hope you are okay with doing 16. There should be less to remember and less to spell, because I think maybe some of the words. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I will read everything once. The meaning, the example. You can pause by yourself to practice reading. Item 11. Hamburger. In many fast food restaurants, a meal usually means a hamburger, some fries, and a cup of soft drink. 12. Sausage. Some people like to have a sausage and 2 eggs for breakfast. Do you like this 100-mark breakfast? 13. Bacon. Club sandwiches that have bacon taste much better than the ones that are made with ham. 14. Spaghetti. Although spaghetti is a kind of food from Italy, only 25 of Italians eat it every day. 15. Vegetable. Many children think that vegetables taste bad and don't like to eat them. However, when they grow older, this will often change. 16. Lettuce. Because lettuce can be eaten raw, you don't have to cook it. You can just put it in sandwiches after washing and cutting it. 17. Mushroom. Some colorful mushrooms that you see in the countryside are not edible. They will make you sick because they are poisonous. 18. Cucumber. Some people think that cucumber is good for their skin. They leave it on their face overnight when sleeping. 19. Onion. Not everyone likes the strong smell of onion when it is raw. It is also what makes you cry when it is chopped. 20. Garlic. What did you eat at lunch? Your breath smells of garlic. 21. Chili. If you like your food hot and spicy, you can add a little chili to it. 22. Ketchup. To the Americans, ketchup is a good dip that goes well with fries. 23. Soy sauce. Polly doesn't like to dip sushi into soy sauce because it makes the taste too strong and the rice may fall apart. It may also drip and stain her clothes. 24. Sugar. Alex doesn't like to drink coffee. When he drinks one, it means he's sleepy and he'll add lots of sugar to it so that it is sweeter and easier for him to drink. 25. Vinegar. Other than cooking, vinegar is often used in cleaning too. This is because of the acid in it, which is why it tastes sour too. 26. Salad dressing. Fried food often comes with salad dressing, which makes it even more fatty. Okay, for doing the penmanship, remember that you have to write everything, including the part of speech, the IPA and the pitch pattern, and the meaning, of course, if there is one, the meaning in words. If there is no meaning in words, you need to draw a brief picture. So go back to the reminders, draw a brief picture if no written meaning is given here. Brief, okay, a simple one will do. It doesn't have to be very beautiful, just help you to remember the meaning. Okay, what else? We're going to have a quiz on all the vocabulary items in this vocabulary notes when we go back to school. Please do the penmanship, and in the next in the next video lesson, I think I'll finish everything in part 3 and part 4. Okay, again, there are more items, but again, you know, no written, only a few words with written meaning, and most of them are pictures, and then even the examples are shorter. So I hope you are doing okay. You are okay with this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video lesson.